Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to Trinity Stamps. This is our full review video of our June 2024 birthday release. We are turning 6 here at Trinity Stamps, so we have a lot of fun stuff to share with you, plus some hops, so check that information out in the description box below. Okay, let's jump right in and take a look at all the stamp sets we have to offer, because there is a lot. I'm so excited about these, some really fun new things. First off, we're going to start with all the stamps designed by Love Dani. We have 9 new stamp sets. The first one is Sweet Friend. Look how cute this is. It says happy birthday to a sweet friend. It's got lots of sprinkles that you can use to go along with that. This is a 4x3 stamp set. There is no coordinating die, and we like it because it fits inside our cupcake shaped die card perfectly. Isn't that fun? But you can use this on so many different cards as well. All right. Here is another card from our design team member, Shanna. I love it paired with the ice cream cone. Okay, we have another one called Oh Yes You Can. This is a 1-piece stamp set. It's 4x3, and it is just this image. No die to go with it because you can easily cut this out with a paper trimmer or a rectangle die, or just stamp it right on your card. Here it is colored, and I did trim it out with my paper cutter, and then I do have a card with it so you can see it in action. And I just love the bright sun. I think it's very cheery and it will definitely make anybody smile. All right, let's take a look at another card by our design team member, Shanna again. And this is colored out in much softer way. It's also stamped on a new die set we have available. Okay, we have our All Kinds of Wonderful 4x3 set. This one does have a coordinating die. So you can see the size of this right here on this 4x3 packaging. And then there's a die that's going to bubble cut all the way around this sentiment. And then an additional die there cuts out a bunch of like sparkles and a heart, and I think that's really fun to add with it. So there you can see it colored and die cut out, and there's all those little sparkles you can add to this image when you put it on a card like I've done right here. Now I love the die that just cuts all the way around the image. That's so cool. Okay, next we have our Great Things Together stamp and die. They are sold separately, but they go really well together. This one has a die to cut all the way around this fun image that says together we can do great things. And then you have the word great that you can use to cut out and layer on top of the stamped word. So you've got lots of choices there. You can see this colored and die cut out, and I think it's fun to take that word great and you could offset it just a little bit from the stamped image and get a little bit of a shadow there. So here you can see on a card. I also like the shadow or the outline die of this image because you can create shadows behind it. And of course, shakers on this card by Tracy. Here's another card from our design team member, Sarah. Such great cards. Okay, next we have Life is Tough, and this one has several dies to go with. A outline die. The word you has its own die, so you can layer that on top. And then there's a little cluster of hearts. So this one says, life is tough, but so are you. Isn't that cute? All right, here it is colored. And this one's done with Copic markers. And we'll see what it looks like die cut out with that outline die and also the other pieces. So you can see the word you is a completely independent die. And so you could use it on its own, and you can also use it to paper piece over the top of the stamped image. And then the hearts there you can just use in addition as a little embellishment. And here you can get a little sneak peek at some new embellishments that we have in the shop. Oh my goodness, I'm in love with them. Great for shakers and shakers that have small spaces too. Here's another card with this set by Sarah, and we're moving on to You Make a Difference. Another Love Dani set that's 4x3 with a die to cut all the way around and an additional die for some extra hearts. So let's take a look at this stamped and colored. This one is kind of special to me because my husband actually colored this one. Isn't that great? We took some of these things with us in our RV and some colored pencils, and he colored one right when I was coloring one, so I kept it, and I'm totally going to make a card with it. I haven't yet, but I think it's just extra special because we have that experience together. But here are some cards by our designers so you can see it in action. Okay, now we're moving on to bigger size stamps. These are still from Love Dani. This is a 4 by 6 size. You have 4 images. You can use them together or you can separate them because they're individual stamps. There's also dies to cut out each of them. So you have a die for happy birthday, a die for the word to, a die for the word you, and a die for it's time to celebrate. Here you can see them stamped, and you could put this right on the front of a card and it's ready to go. But then again, you can also die cut them apart and rearrange them how you want, and also use them separately. So you can say it's time to celebrate you. You could use to you as a tag, and then happy birthday to you. You could put the other sentiment on the inside. Okay, next, I love this one. Oh my gosh, so stinking thrilled. And the sentiment is inside the balloon because Love Dani images are all about word art. So she creates her lettering in this very artistic way, and they are just so much fun. They're just cheery images. So having this in the balloon, I think, is extra special. We also have a bunch of confetti pieces, the word yay, and we have the word thrilled that you can die cut out and layer over the top. There is a large balloon die to cut out the whole thing, so you've got options, right? You can do so many different things with this set. I think this is going to be a favorite. I love it. So here's all the things die cut out. Now you can stamp and die cut out the confetti pieces, but they also work great just die cutting them out. So here's a card I made with all of those pieces. This might be one of my favorites. It's so very fun. So those are our 9 new Love Dani stamps and dies in the shop as of today. So make sure you check them out. You might be like me and want to collect them all. So they're there, available for you now. Now let's move on to some birthday themed products. We have a little slow 4x3 set that features this darling snail with a birthday cake on his back instead of a shell. Or it could be maybe a slug with a birthday cake on his back. Maybe he wants to be a snail. There's confetti and a balloon in this set, as well as 2 sentiments, happy birthday and sorry I'm a little slow. Here you can see it stamped and colored. And then let's take a look at how the coordinating dies work with this set, because I love something about it. It cuts apart the words on both sentiments so you can arrange them however they best fit on your card. I think that's really fun and a nice option. It gives you, variety to your set. So then here's a card I made with those pieces. Lots of confetti. I did use a confetti stencil and scallop circle in the background there, the dainty scallop circle. So fun. Here's a no-line coloring from our designer Jen and another cute slug or snail from Eilina. Next, we have our Snappy birthday 4x3 set with this crocodile or alligator, you tell me what you think, image, and then the word Snappy birthday. He's popping up out of the water. He's got his fork and his plate ready, although will he need them? Because I think he's just going to swallow that cake whole. There's the coordinating die set. It's going to cut tightly around that water part, but you could also, as you see here, really just stamp this on your card and create your scene around him and not have to die cut it out. So again, we love options, right? So there is die cut out. You can see how nicely it cuts around those little lily pads and everything. Also around the words, so you can arrange those vertically or horizontally. Here's a mini slimline card featuring this crocodile, so you can see how he fits on that 3-inch wide card. Here's an A2 size card by Sylvia featuring him as well. Next, we have Birthday Surprise. This bear is super cute, and in the die set, there's a die to cut out his sash and a hat, so you can paper piece those on top if you like. There's 4 sentiments you can stamp in this banner that he's wearing. Happy birthday, you did it, congrats, and it's your day. And you can see there the hat is a standalone type die, and it will go over the top of the hat he's wearing perfectly. Here he is colored, and he is ready to go. go. Isn't he? It looks like he's kind of saying surprise. So if you mess up stamping on the banner of this bear, you can easily stamp and die cut out the banner and paper piece it over the top. So there's another bonus of having that banner type or sash type die. Here are a few more cards from our designers so you can see this bear in action. He's too cute for words, too cute. I will have a box project with this bear towards the end or middle of the video. All right, here we have our cake top stamp and die set. We're really excited about this one because it goes with our circle card die set, which is sold separately. It's the one that makes a donut shaped card, but you can take that circle base and use this stamp set with it and create a cake that looks like you're looking down at the top of a cake. Oh my word. So we've got frosting layers, frosting accents, and then all the different words that you could think of to put on top of this in this really scripty font. So here you can see what it looks like on that circle card. It's quite fun. And here's a few more so you can see just the different looks you can get with this set. It is really fun. And there's even a die cut word celebrate on top. Here's one just on an A2 size card. All right, next we have Hey Cupcake. This is probably the stamp set we're most excited about. I don't know. I hate to take favorites, but this one is made to go on our cupcake shaped card. So now we have a stamp set that's going to work with that, where before it's only dies that create the cupcake liner, the cupcake topper, and the candle. Plus, you've got some sentiments that go with it. And what's really cool about this one is we have one sentiment that says, blow out your candles. No, really. And that is because this can go with the new candlelight from Pear Blossom Press. There's even a push or press stamp in this set, so you can easily use it with that new candle light. You can see there, as soon as they're available, they will be in the Trinity Stamp shop, and so you can use that in conjunction with this. Now, let's take a look at it. Colored, I wanted to show you when you stamp the cupcake liner, there's two little lines that come out from the side, and that is to represent the cupcake. So normally now you would stamp that frosting on top of that. So you just have a gap there between your cupcake liner and your frosting, but I also wanted you to show you that they are separate. There's also a little stamp you can stamp that looks like the little divot that would be made in your frosting from pushing the candle into it. So I love that. And there is a die that you can use to create a frame of the frosting to make a shaker. We also have different size candles. You could even turn the eye in Wish into a candle. And there you can see we also have the word wish as a die, so you can layer that over the top, do some paper piecing. Now, when you put this on the cupcake shaped card, which is sold separately, the die cut stamped images are going to fit edge to edge with that. And so I wanted to show you that, and let's take a look at that little line I stamped there for the candle. I think that's a really cool touch to this set, and I wanted to make sure and point that out to you. Now, don't forget there's also a bunch of sentiments you can use on the inside of this that come in this set. So there's a lot of value in this stamp and die set. I think it is so much fun. It's definitely one of my favorites. I love coloring food things. They just make me happy. So I hope you enjoy it. Here I wanted to show you the cupcake stamped versus the cupcake die cut side by side, so you can really get a feel for the difference of both of these different sets and maybe why you might need both, like me. Here's a couple more of these cards from our designers. You'll probably be seeing some of these cards that I'm sharing with you today on our YouTube channel in the near future. Okay, let's move on to Simply Sentimental Celebrate. Are you so excited? We have several different words that say celebrate in the stamp set and some sub-sentiments to go with the word celebrate. But we also have this one right here that you can make celebrate, celebration, or celebrating. Isn't that so awesome? We also have new fonts in this particular set that you haven't seen before, so I think you're going to love it. All right, then there's the coordinating die, which is also a standalone die, but because you can cut out all of those celebrate words from cardstock and then layer them onto the shadow layers. But the shadow layer dies are also the dies that die cut out the stamped words. So they work well together and they both work well separately. Look at the back of the packaging on the stamp set because it's going to show you all those sub-sentiments that come in the stamp set. Isn't that awesome? And how they work together. So you don't, it kind of takes the guesswork out of it for you. So let's take a look at the word celebrate, stamped and die cut out with the shadow layer. I stamped with black ink on white paper. And then let's take a look at the same word, but die cut out. So I die cut out the word celebrate from white and mounted it onto the shadow layer in black. So there you can see the difference of the stamped version and the die cut version. So great. I love them both. All right, here's a card with that word celebrate on it and our birthday surprise stamp set. Let's move on to some fun in the sun with Gnomes Under the Sea. This 4x4 stamp set features 2 gnomes, some fish, a sentiment, some bubbles, and even the ocean floor there. The mermaid. I can't. It's too cute. I love it so much. I think it's really fun. And then you've got our little kind of scuba diver. He's probably diving down to see if he can see any mermaids. And then you've got some fish that are to be colored and some that are solid to really help you build the scene, and even a little seaweed and some rocks. So there you can see what they look like die cut out. And I did go ahead, I couldn't help myself and make a card with this set immediately because it is so cute. Look at that mermaid. I love it. And then I added some embellishments to really amp up kind of the bubbles on this card. Here are some more cards with this set. This is Sylvia's card and then Cassie's card. So a lot of fun things you can do with this set. If you like that one, you're probably going to love the Summer Gnome Fun 4x8 stamp set and a coordinating die set to die cut out all of the things. You have 5 gnomes and 5 sentiments. We have a surfer. We have one that's about to dive in, one that's floating in the water, one that's sunbathing, and one that's being super safe with his inner tube and his fins and his goggles. I just think they're beyond cute. So you've got your sentiments there so you can have lots of gnome punny fun on your cards. And let's take a look at these colored and die cut out because that makes them even cuter, doesn't it? So I chose to go with some bright sunny colors for these images and just colored them all the same so they could really go together and be cohesive. But think about all the fun you could have coloring these. They're so darling. All right, there they are, die cut out and ready to go on a card, which I'm super excited to show you. I made a full panel shaker with that surfer and a background I had in my stash made on my gel press that I feel really looks like a wave, like crashing over. He's like inside the wave. I think he is really fun. Okay, for the rest of my gnomes, I'm going to put them on a card made with this new backyard pool stamp and die set. So this one stamp is going to create a beautiful scene for you. There are a few extra images in here to make the waves in the pool and a couple tufts of grass, but for the most part it's a one stamp and done. The die set is going to cut out the opening of the pool. Why? So you could make a shaker, which I'm going to do. That zigzag line is to die cut the top of the fence if you'd like to do that as well. Then there are dies in this set to make some sentiments. I love that. And if you flip the packaging over, it's going to show you all the different configurations of sentiments you can make, like dive in, make a splash, fun in the sun. So there it is, stamped and colored. You could see you could easily color the water in the pool and not die cut it out. So you've got the option to do that, but let's go ahead and die cut it out so you can see how that works. We're going to just line that up with the white space and then run it through the die machine, and then we have our opening for our shaker card. And I just colored a little background that looked watery, stamped those little wave images, and filled it with some flat confetti pieces. I used the die set to die cut out Make a Splash in yellow, and then I'm bringing back my super cute gnomes to finish this card off. Aren't they adorable? One's jumping in, one is floating, and then we've got our little friend there at the bottom being very cautious. So that is a really fun set to play with and probably use with other stamps you already own. And plus, I think the little crocodile would look cute popping up out of that pool. All right, next we have a stamp set from Linda Canase. This is the Sardine Surprise and Sardine Can die set. So these can work independently of each other but go great together. We have 4 different fish and 3 sentiments. Best fishes, birthday fishes, and make a fish. Now this one holds a gift card, this die set, and it has a kind of ripping action that you can do to reveal the little surprise gift card inside. So let's get into it. First we have the stamp set, stamped and colored. Then we're going to die cut it out. Now the dies for the fish, there's 1 large die for all 3 large fishes and 1 smaller die for the small fish. There's no dies for the sentiments in the set, but the other 3 dies are going to create a sardine can you can stamp on, and you can put the fish in, and you can fill with a gift card. So we're going to take that and do that now. I'm showing you how these look when they're die cut out. You're going to use the 2 oblong rectangles together to create this top panel and just the largest one for the bottom panel. I put a window sheet on the back of mine, and I'm going to put some foam tape around the edge, and I'm going to create a shaker for this. So you can see the little beads inside. And then when you rip this open, my shaker's going to stay intact because I put that window sheet there. But just imagine that I'm ripping this open and there's a gift card inside, and somebody could then just take their gift card right out of this little sardine can. It is like the funnest little thing. I think it's a great way to hide your gift card, and you know, maybe somebody's like, sardines, but then it's like this really fun surprise on the inside. Of course, you can use these without the die set, and there's lots of different ways that you can have fun with the sardine can, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. So here's a few other ideas from our designers for you and to inspire you with this set. Look at that one. Has some earrings on the inside, made with the stamp set. Isn't that fun? Yeah, it's a great new set. Now we're going to move on to our standalone dies. We've got a bunch of fun things in here that I can't wait to show you. I think you're going to be super excited about them. So let's jump right in with our Linda Canase collection. We have a few new dies from her as well. We have our paper cut characters. So if you loved paper dolls growing up, you are going to love this die set. Check out all the little pieces you can make with this die set. They are just darling. So you can see you've got the doll there, and then clothes you can add onto it. A dress, a shirt, like a jersey type shirt, shorts, pants, and several different hairstyles, as well as a pair of sandals. So you can really just go to town with this set, and make sure you check out the back of the packaging when you get yours, because it's a little bit inspiring and shows you kind of how things look when they're die cut out. So here they are actually die cut out, and you can see what all of those different pieces look like, and you could make up so many different outfits just by changing out the colors. You could stamp on them, you could accent them with your markers or pencils, change up the hairstyles and the hair colors. So much fun to play with. So here you can see what these look like all glued together. You could start by gluing your doll together, but I kind of like to build it as I go, adding on the shirt to the body, then the arms, and then the legs, and you can make your character shorter or taller based on where you glue those arms and legs on. Next we have our paper cut character add-on, Pretty Party Princess. So we have a different set of arms in here, but you also have this dress, a new pair of shoes, some socks, a bag or purse, a sweater, and a bow that can be used in the hair or as a belt. There's also a little sweater that you can add to the dress, and puffed sleeves. All right, so let's take a look at all these pieces so you can see what they look like die cut out. The sweater is a 2-piece that you can layer over the top to give it some dimension. And then we also have the dress that you can use on its own or you can add those puff sleeves. There is little socks with a like ruffled cuff. There's the shoes to put on top of the socks. The bow can be put in the hair or used as a belt. We have the purse there as well. So here you can see I made one of my girls taller than the other. I gave one of them the sweater and the bow in the hair. I gave the other the bow as a belt, and they both have the purse which presses polka dots into the paper, so it gives you a nice detailed purse. And you can see just by how I glued on the legs, I was able to make one taller than the other. Next we have the bathing suit, or the bathing beauty add-on, but it creates a bathing suit. It has like a blow-up inner tube, different hairstyles in this one as well, and some sunglasses which are heart-shaped, just like couldn't be any cuter. So again, take a look at the back of the packaging for all the inspiration you need, and let's see what these look like die cut out. Here's all of the pieces. You have a ruffle you can put at the top of the swimsuit, a little skirt you can add on, your sunglasses, an eye, a little die that creates black eyes for the duck, and a beak as well. And we have a two-piece hair style there that you can layer over the top and behind the head to create this kind of windswept look. So there's my two bathing suit beauties. Next we have our Boyish Charm add-on set. You've got a tank top, swim trunks, a different arm, and a present to put under that arm, some glasses, a bow tie, tennis shoes, a hat, a button-up shirt, some like what is that word? Scrunched up socks? That's what they kind of look like to me. And then you've got two different hairstyles in this one as well. So let's take a look at all the die cut pieces. The hat has a slit in it, so you can easily put it on the head. And then you can mix and match the shirt, the tank top. You can even layer the button-up shirt over the tank top, which is a fun look. And then you can add the little collar to it and even the bow tie. So fun. So here I have both pieces, or two different guys dressed up here, so you can see all the clothes in this set, and the hat and the shoes. And now here's all the paper dolls that I made, or paper cut characters. I think these are so fun. You can easily add these to a card or a scrapbook page. Let's take a look at some cards from our designers right now so you can see just what I'm talking about. They are adorable to mix and match and play with, right? I think you guys are gonna have so much fun with that. Okay, next we have our Pull and Pop box die set. This creates a little matchbook with a pop-up surprise, and it holds a gift card. I am going to have a product close-up video just of this die and how to put it together on our YouTube channel. When you purchase this though, there's a QR code on the back. Open up your phone's camera over that and a link will pop up. It will go directly to that close-up video, so you can use that video to create right with me. Okay, here is the box so you can see it in action, how it has a pop-up on the top, and it perfectly fits a gift card, plus plenty of other things would fit in there. Some candy, some jewelry, some gum maybe. And this is the mechanism that creates the pop-up, and it fits inside this opening on the outer sleeve. Then we have our decorative pieces and the part you use to put up against the pop-up mechanism so that it pops up. Yeah. I will show you exactly how to do all the things in the product close-up video. It's also out today, so you can go check it out immediately if you would like to do that after this. But also don't forget, we have our hop to celebrate. We have some great guest designers celebrating our hop with us today too. Now here is a bunch of inspiration from our designers because they are loving this new die set just as much as I am, and I think you guys are going to love it too. You can easily make this to like coordinate with your card and then put a gift card in there, or it could just be in lieu of a card, right? A fun little box with a card and a treat in it. I'm in love with this set. I'm going to be using this a lot, and it's pretty easy to put together once you know how. All right, next, and our last design from Linda Canase is the Shovel and Pail Shaker die set. It has all these dies to create a pail and a shovel, and you can turn the pail into a shaker if you want, which why wouldn't you want to? I don't know. So there you can see what it looks like on the back, but we're going to go ahead and die cut this out and turn it into a shaker so you can really get a feel for it. Here's all the pieces. You can see that there is some scallop detail for the pail and the shovel. And then when you die cut out the two pale image or dies together, it's going to create a window for the front of that pail. So you can add your little shaker bits, which we have a few different options. I used these kind of starfish, but we also have our little beads, and then we have some confetti pieces that are clay that kind of look like sand. So lots of fun things you can add to this pail. I'm going to be showing you all the embellishments at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Okay, we have another die set to share with you that goes with our circle shape card. It's coming up next. I wonder if you can guess what it is. If you watch my sneak peek videos, you probably already know, but it is a sunshine right here. Yeah, sunshine die set. This is going to fit perfectly on our new or our circle shape die set. It is sold separately. It came out in a previous release. Makes a donut, or now you can turn it into a sun with sunglasses and a smile. And then we also have the sentiment that says hello sunshine with a shadow layer. And again, you can see what it looks like on the back, and very easy to put together die set. So let's take a look at all the pieces die cut out so you can see what it looks like. It's really cute. It's just cheery and fun and simple, and I am in love with him. He's really, really cute. So this is a simple circle shape card that I made and put the Hello Sunshine on the inside, but then I also had a little fun with it because in the circle shape die set, the original set, there are some hearts that you can add to your donut. I put those on top of the sunglasses, and then the sprinkles for the donut I made as freckles for the cheeks. We also have a rainbow add-on for this circle die set, and I took the clouds from that and added it to the card. Here are some more things made with this sunshine so you can see some other ideas from our designers, and I think you're gonna love this little guy. He's pretty cute, don't you think? I love this card where you can use just the sunglasses. Next, we have our Sensational die set. So this is going to give you some die cut scripty words and a option with bold letters to build onto these sentiments, and they all have a shadow layer. So have some fun in the sun or fun in the sun. You are sensational. There's just a lot of fun you can have with this set and put on your summer cards, and it would also work great for your scrapbooking pages. So let's take a look at these die cut out and layered onto the shadow layer. I recommend using our rip and stick sheets to put on the back of your cardstock. That will be the front layer of these sentiments, and then you can just stick them down easily to your shadow layer. So here's my card again where I use that Sensational. Okay, it is time to now check out our brand new embellishments. Look at this. These are called Shaker Pop. These tiny little beads are going to work great for sprinkles. They work great for small shakers like our rainbow shaker die that fits on our circle card, and they come in every color, and then even a mix of colors. So you're going to have lots of options here. I used those gold ones in my pail as sand, and I wanted to give you a close-up look at each color so you can really decide which ones you can live without, which might be zero. Yeah, I have full set syndrome, especially when it comes to embellishments, because I want to be able to mix and match and have whatever color I need at any given moment when the mood strikes me. I've got turquoise, I've got silver, I have black. I don't know why, but black embellishments, I'm all about it. Like, I always want to make sure I have black, white, red, silver, you know, like the basics, but black is always in there for me. So add these to your sprinkle mixes that we have, and they also help move the elements that you use for a shaker. They help move them around a little bit easier. They make a great sound inside of a shaker. So Shaker Pop. Okay, we have some new baubles. These are heart baubles. They have a pearlescent sheen to them, and I wanted to remind you guys that when you get your embellishments from Trinity Stamps, they are going to come in a bag with a little square container. I like to use the Trinity Stamps tray, tidy tray, to pour that bag out and then use it to pour into my little container just like so. So that's how your embellishments will come. Now let's go ahead and take a look at all the colors that these heart baubles are coming in. You can see all the iridescent shine on these. I did use these throughout my sample, so if you didn't notice it, you might want to go back and look because I used them quite a bit, and I think they are my new favorite. I always have loved heart embellishments. Like, you can use a heart on almost any card, right? I think so. I do anyway. So I love having these in all the colors, and the iridescent shine just adds a little extra special touch to them. So yummy. All right, you'll have to let me know if you guys are loving these new embellishments as much as I am. We do have a few more clay embellishments in the shop. These are mixes and they're quite fun. So let's take a look at each of them up close, and you can see some of these have little clear pieces in them. They're little teeny tiny ice cubes. So you can make some tropical fun summery drinks. We have some that look like candy. Oh my gosh, so cute. We have this one, I think this one is Palm Springs. It has some palm trees and flamingos. Then we have those starfish. We have this one that's kind of like the sand you could put in your pail and shovel shaker. And then we have these that's called Tooth Fairy. Little teeth and little stars. So let's take a close-up look at each of these so you can really fall in love with all these mixes. See the little ice cubes in there? Aren't those fabulous? I love them. And then this goes great with our new milk carton die that came out in the last release, that strawberry mix. And look at the candy. Isn't that fun? So cute. There's those flamingos and the palm trees. I'm going to have the new release linked for you in the description box below. Also the hop. We have an Instagram hop and we have a YouTube hop. So make sure you check out both of our hops. Give our designers some love. We have some fabulous guest designers and new a video creator on the team. So make sure you check that out, visit the shop, and let us know your new favorite things in the comments below. I will see you all again very soon with a new video. Happy stamping! Bye!